You're thinking about buying yourself a Dometic fridge freezer for your van or caravan? Well, today I'm going to share my experience of using this Dometic fridge freezer. First of all, as you can see, this is not exactly how it's designed to be used. I bought it for my van, which is parked outside, and for a few reasons, it's not going in the van right now. I need to wait for the van build out. But in the meantime, I'm using it. As you can see, it's sitting here as a bedside table at the moment. It is actually switched on. I'm running it off mains power. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts about using this and a little bit of information about my experience, and hopefully it helps you in some way. So first of all, let's talk about this model is not the latest model. It's the CFF70DZ, which I think at the time that I'm recording this video is actually not the latest version of this thing. The latest version of this thing, I think it includes Bluetooth capability. I'm not even sure why you'd want that, but it does have that apparently. And basically it's about double the price. So I don't know, besides having Bluetooth and maybe an extended warranty, I don't really know why you'd want to get the better one, or the newer one I should say. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. In terms of price, shop around and maybe haggle a little bit, because I got this one for $999, which is certainly not cheap, but I have seen them advertised online for as much as $1,350. So definitely shop around and make sure you don't pay too much. But I quite like it, even though, again, this is not the way they're designed to be used. The cool thing about this one is it has two compartments, and you can set either compartment to be a fridge or a freezer. Right now, I've just got both of them set to freezer. As you can see here, I've got -7 degrees and -6 degrees. If I open it up, I'll show you inside. So this is the big compartment here. That's 40 liters capacity. And this is the smaller compartment. It's full of food at the moment, some delicious dumplings and a few other things. So you can't actually see it, but this is actually a little bit smaller. This is 30 liter capacity here. So altogether, 70 liter capacity. And I've just noticed actually, it looks like it might actually not be cold enough. So maybe -6, -7 is not cold enough for freezer temperature. I might have to check out how cold a freezer should actually be, but that looks like it's not cold enough. Pretty cool design how it clips in. That's definitely safe and secure when it's clipped in. That's pretty cool. And yeah, so far so good with it. You know, like I said, this is not the way it's designed to be used, but I thought in the meantime, until I've got it in the van, I might as well make use of it. It makes a pretty handy bedside table. Another thing I like about it as well is it's actually a really sturdy and appropriately sized seat. This is actually the plan. So when it goes into the van, which I'm going to build out, hopefully and make it look beautiful, this is actually going to be the seat for two people. We might have like a little cushion or blanket or something over the top of it, but I think it's actually a pretty cool seat. And it's definitely sturdy enough that you can sit on it and not worry about causing any damage or anything like that. So that's cool. But look, honestly, I think if you're not gonna use it in a caravan or in a van, I would say don't buy it. If you're looking for a fridge for your bedroom, there's certainly cheaper options out there, but I would not recommend this. Who's it for? I think, look, if you're on the road a lot, if you've got a nice van or a caravan, and if you're not gonna miss the $1,000, it's certainly pretty cool. Definitely a lot of space inside, and I like the fact that you can just choose fridge or freezer and keep stuff appropriately chilled. So that's really, really convenient, but it's not cheap. So yeah, you have to make sure you're comfortable with spending at least $1,000 or $2,000 if you're gonna get the brand new one. But hey, is Bluetooth really that important to you? Up to you. If you listen closely, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but right now the compressor is running. So, and it's just stopped right now. So the compressor only runs when it needs to cool it down. So you set the target temperature right here. I'll show you. So for example, let's say This is the big side over here, and this is for the smaller side here. So let's say we want to change this temperature and we'll make it a bit colder. So set and lower temperature, let's make it -12. And same for that one, -12. So the target temperature is -12, but it's currently -7, so it needs to cool both sides down. So I assume it's about to start running and making some sound. Maybe give it a second. Yep, it's just started. So the compressor only runs when it needs to cool it down. Obviously, the hotter the outside ambient temperature, the more often the compressor is going to need to run and the more electricity you're going to use. Speaking of electricity draw, I did a bit of research and it looks like it's going to draw approximately 2.9 amp hours per hour, approximately. That's for a pretty standard setting for temperature. I think it's like 4 degrees Celsius and -15 degrees Celsius for the smaller section, with 32 degrees outside air temperature. The entire fridge weighs 26.4 kilograms, which is pretty heavy. You can carry it. I'm not going to try and do it right now because it's full of food. You can carry it. I carried it by myself. I would not recommend trying to carry it by yourself. You're asking for a back injury. Definitely use 2 people to carry it. It's not so much about the weight. It's more just, it's a big, awkward lift, so don't try and carry it by yourself. In terms of dimensions, it's 50 centimeters tall. It's about 92 centimeters across, and it's about 45 centimeters deep. So look, I like it. Overall, I think it's awesome, but again, you have to be comfortable spending the money, and I don't think it's worthwhile getting one if you're just gonna have it in your home, like I said. But look, for your caravan, for your van, if you can afford it, I think it's cool. Personally, do I think it's worth spending approximately double to get the Bluetooth? I don't think so. Oh, by the way, it does have the option to run it from either mains power, which is what it's connected to now inside the house, or in the van you can run it off 12 volt DC, your choice. I did actually have it in the van running off the 12 volt for a while, but I don't have a permanent electrical solar setup at the moment, so it was literally just when the van was running it was turned on. Not ideal, but it did provide a little bit of cooling down, especially on long drives. Long drives it would have the compressor running for long enough to get it to the target temperature. Pretty cool, but yeah, then when the van's not being driven and you're not charging it, it just warms, eventually warms to the ambient temperature, which is not ideal. So look, overall, I think it's cool. I think definitely worth getting one if you can afford it and if you're spending serious time off the grid. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, let me know your thoughts if you've got a Dometic fridge freezer like this one, or maybe a different model. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.